for those of you again who don't know, I actually give a little sort of 3 to 6 minute mini presentation. It's the warm-up. I profess to know absolutely nothing about what I'm about to talk about, unlike the people who are actually presenting after me. So bear with me, this is just to kind of get you all into the spirit of things. So what I'm talking about today is 2008 world records. We've all seen our list, so this is our dirty intro here. So first one, this is the largest dome igloos. So good job 2008, you've given us the largest dome igloo in the history of large dome igloos. It's very important. Interestingly though, of course it was made by 72 employees of the good old APEGNEB, the Association of Professional Engineers, Geoscientists of New Brunswick. So that's the sweetest nerd acronym I've seen in a long time. So. But interesting though, it is only about 26 feet tall, and that seems to me like that's not the really particularly large dome igloo. So if any of you are busy, I know it's supposed to snow a lot tomorrow. I think as a team here together, we could probably all set a world record in 2009 and build our own world's largest dome igloo. Anyways, so 2009. I'm not going to say anything else. Her name is Amy. Amy's rabbit happened.
Or scary.
So yeah, it's a big rabbit. I guarantee none of you have a longer rabbit anymore. Also, so the first ever give a public display of lion taming. We've got our little 8-year-old right here, Jorge Ellich of Madrid. So if any of you want to raise your kids, I know some of you might have kids who want them to grow up to be wonderful academics or something. If you want to make them become lion tamers, you have to do it by the age of 7, and they'll be up here someday. So that's a little tip for all you parents out there. This image, which is nice. I don't know if you could if anyone has really big hands, I should have actually done the longest hand record to see if I could actually use the chopsticks, but I don't know if that would work too well. Interestingly, this was done in Dubai, and what was kind of strange about this, sort of researching some of the records done in 2008, was that actually Qatar was third in terms of having the most citizens after the U.S. and Great Britain of actually breaking records in 2008. So I think maybe what Qatar is trying to do to build up tourism or become renowned as well as an oil-producing nation. So apparently the Middle East now is becoming a hotbed for Guinness World Records breakers.
How did she get those leather pants on?
I don't know. Someone puts them on for her. Did you get those leather?
You guys think that's something leathery section? Leather on top, leather on bottom. It's really, you got the whole package. Anyway, so 28 feet, 4.5 inches. She's from the UK, so if any of you go to the UK, I think she's actually in Liverpool, so look her up. I don't know. And so on the left of the body, it's actually really hard to show. So I'm personally convinced, obviously it's hard to see, but there is a electric circle in there. It's just under 5 inches long. It's a guy from Texas, of course. Everything gets bigger in Texas. But what's interesting is that this guy, he's just like the rest of us. He actually has, he's actually a redhead. He's sort of Irish descent. He actually has very little body hair overall, generally. And most of his hairs are very short. And the story is that he was actually literally driving in a car with some friends, had the windows down, and he sort of noticed this thing flapping. He's like, oh, one of these girls in the car, their hair is on the dashboard, let me get it off. He went to sort of throw it out the window, and he found that it was sort of straightened out and was attached to his leg. So you actually have, so when you become certified or become declared, or to be proven that you're setting a world record for Guinness Book, you actually have to have 2 witnesses of good standing in the community. So we actually went to the local post office in Tyler, Texas. Local sheriff's office in Tyler, Texas, and had the sheriff and a couple of deputies. But actually, they had offered everyone in the office to come and take a look to measure this. And apparently, more than half the people actually didn't even want to look and didn't want to be witnesses. So I guess that happens with long leg hair. All right, so 2 more to go here. So this is actually this doesn't really make any sense. Why 20 kegs? Why not 1 keg? Why a 5-meter high bar? I mean, so maybe this guy can also then get records for 19 kegs over a 4-meter high bar. I don't really understand. So that's actually, I'm more curious about who set the rules and decided that the standard for full keg throwing would be 20 kegs, not 10, not 5, and why would it be a 15-meter high bar? Anyways, I can't. I can't even lift the keg by myself, like this high off the ground. So the fact that that dude could throw 20 over a wall, that's actually him in another contest. So he did 7 minutes and 10 seconds to throw 20 freaking full kegs as high as that ceiling. So it's not really very but it's impressive. So good job for Juha Rossinen. Those Norwegians really, they got us again. So, and terrible accents. And finally, the world's largest sushi mosaic was created. It's true. Good job, 2008. This is actually done at a students by the Institute of Hotel Management in Mumbai, so not in Thailand or Japan or some other sushi producing nation. 5,800 pieces. So it's a lot of sushi. It's a nice way to make a mosaic. I think it's very important. But although this wasn't a record, please don't confuse the sushi mosaic with the sushi version of Van Gogh Sunflowers. It's a little bit smaller, but impressive nonetheless. All right, so I think that's it. Okay, so there we go. So there it is.